This will be a reading for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus for February. I aim to give insights and perspectives with my readings, give you an idea about what's going on in your life in a slightly different way. I think that the archetypes that are within the tarot are interesting and relevant and universal, and they can often give us information that we would not necessarily ordinarily consider. With that, I will go ahead and get started with shuffling the cards. I'm going to start reading the splits. For starters, we have super balance here. There's Temperance in the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles is a balancing act of energies, and the Temperance card is a Sagittarius card that speaks to the need for moderation and balance. So for Gemini to get these two cards about balance, given that there is a duality to Gemini, I think this is really an interesting start. So let's go ahead and I will shuffle the cards a little bit, and then we'll see the next split. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to see what the Temperance was about. There's interesting. I think that the need for balance is showing up because there's this, I've seen this with a lot of people recently, and I think there's a lot of mental distress going on. There are things that you have been going over and over in your mind, and we'll get to the bottom of these. So let's do some more shuffling here. What do we got? Balance and the Magician. Well, Gemini is showing up here. So this is really, really good. I get the feeling that there's some manifesting that you're doing here. And you're definitely looking for balance. Yeah. The Three of Cups, it's showing that I think this is around emotions for you. The emotional balance situation for you may not be entirely ideal, but it does look like you have been able to be around those that you love and those who understand you, as friendship, kinship, and sometimes celebrating with friends. So let's see what else is going on. Well, okay, this is the Two of Pentacles is showing up again. So maybe the thing that is slightly out of balance, or maybe the thing that is balancing you, is this kinship. I saw this card, it wanted to come up, the Ten of Cups. So you're looking for emotional bliss. Oh, we have the Queen of Wands that's showing up here too. So there's some fire energy around you. This is passion and energy, so this is good. Okay, one more time after this shuffle and we will see. Oh, wait. Queen of Wands and Emperor. There is definitely fire energy around you. And there may be actually a messenger. I wonder if the Emperor might be also the Knight of Cups here, because this is possibility. We'll see what happens when we get to the reading. So the next, I'm going to give it a couple more shuffles here. It's morning. I'm a terrible shuffler anyway. I don't really. Well. Okay, now I'm going to cut the cards and start the layout. What is at the heart of the matter for Gemini? Oh, hello, Gemini. And you saw I shuffled those cards really well after that. So you are actually at the center of the reading. Manifesting. Gemini in manifesting power. What is crossing Gemini? Emotional. Emotional. That is new relationships, possibly. There is compassion and spirituality. So we kind of saw that in the splits so far. We've seen that something was going on here that was emotional. There was fire, but this is a state of compassion. So excellent. So let's see what's at the base. Oh, we have emotion. We have the Page of Cups. This is a lovely little card. I think that this version of it is so interesting. Let's see what we've got at the bottom. Oh, but we did see there was something on your mind. So something has been keeping you up at night. So let's see. We can see that it's possibly emotions. I feel some heartbreak in here somewhere, and I think that this manifestation is something really important is happening in Gemini's world, and obviously this is centered around the emotion. Now let me think about this a little bit here. The Page of Cups is a very sensitive, a dreamer. The pages are often innocent energy, and they may be a little naive. There is the sense, though, with the Page of Cups that anything is possible. That is why the card has on it, as you can see, a little pig that is in the upper right-hand corner up there. And this is a sweet version of this Page of Cups. There is some curiosity as well. So the Page of Cups is definitely a dreamer that thinks that everything is possible. And that is a lovely sort of energy to have as at your base. So there's a time of expectations and hoping and wishing for things. But you have been in a state of suspension. You have, anyway, just as a reminder, at the base is the Nine of Swords. So something has had you contemplating things, and you finally put yourself in a state of suspense so that you could work this out. Sometimes you just have to surrender to a situation and let things play out and wait for the kind of energy that will give you the insights that you need to move on. And if things are stressing you out or keeping you up at night, this is not a bad place to be, because you're kind of saying, I give up. I'm letting go. I'm just going to wait and see what happens. So let's see what's coming into. Well, there's our Three of Cups that we saw. We have a sense that you have a community around you, that there is collaboration. It's a thing that you desire. This is the togetherness that you desire. And so let's see what is coming into the near future. However, and this is an interesting card here, there's a sense also that the Ten of Wands, you have been working on something very hard. Your life might have been centered around work. And my feeling is that you're getting into more of a desire for an emotional fulfillment. So when I look at this Ten of Wands, I see this as an asset. This, in some decks, is shown as a person carrying a burden. The Ten of Wands in this deck is a card of possibilities, because what you are doing is you are in your manifesting energy, and you have learned a lot over time. And those assets, those things that you know, you've learned, the skills that you have, you are taking those with you into your future. And instead of carrying them as a burden, you're doing it intelligently, because you know that these things are valuable for you. And your energy right now is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is a card that I really would have expected to see here, to be honest. It's a state of rebirth. And the card often is kind of challenging, because it's pushed you out of one state and into another. And so this all implies that there has been either the Death card or the Tower or the World. There has been a change. The Wheel of Fortune, I would not be surprised to see it in here underneath. But it's possible that you have found that your heart is being called in a different direction. And right now you are trying to find your way. And that is why this Page of Cups energy is so strong here, because you're feeling new. And this Judgment card is definitely telling me that. Another thing about this card is that there could have been someone in your past who made a particular judgment about you, and that could be why you have been worried. You're worried about how that has turned out. I don't know what that means exactly for you. It could simply be someone that you thought about you in a particular way, changed their mind, decided something about you, and you did not feel comfortable about that. But anyway, the point is, right now, your energy is fully in this rebirth. So let's see what the environment around Gemini is. Oh, hello. Well, I could kind of feel that one coming. That one is giving me shivers, and that is in a good way. The World card. This is the end of one cycle, the beginning of another one, because within the World card are ends and beginnings. When you see this, you are finished with the old. And we definitely see that here. You're bringing things with you. You have been waiting to see what's going on. You have been waiting, and you are now in motion, is to be more clear. It also means that this is a state where you have integrated some things, probably emotional things, into you. You have worked things out. This Hanged Man has put you in a state where you could wait to see these things start to manifest. And this is a clue. And this is also a clue. You're moving forward. What are your hopes and fears? Yeah, I can see that. That's something that you are doing, the decision that you have made to move forward. This is not something that you really had a choice about because it was the end of a cycle. However, you felt that you've had to defend these wands that you have, these accomplishments that you made. This is the accomplishment that you have wanted, but you have felt like you needed to defend yourself. This card I love because it shows that you are sitting in a Zen-like state where you have put your boundaries, healthy boundaries, up and said, no, it is what it is. I have done what I have done, and it is good. I don't have to defend what I am doing. I don't have to defend how I live. That is the feeling that I get here. You're finding your way. And this kind of does look like you may be finding your calling. This cycle may be where you have found what it is you want to be when you grow up. That's what it feels like to me, and it feels really good. So let's see what we get in the outcome and with a certain layout. Oh, lovely. That just gave me big chills. That is success. That is acclaim and success. This does not have to necessarily be the acclaim of others, but it could well be, because that is the efforts you have done, the efforts you have made, the things you've put into motion. Where you are now, this is a straight line up to acclaim. So don't be afraid. You have done well. This is fantastic. So I want to look at what we see underneath, because I want to see how you got there. And I'm just going to look at these cards. Let's see what we have. We have this. I'm going to put this out here because this is in the past. This is in the past. This is also in the past. But there may be someone around you, and I'm putting this here, who is an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. This is an individual around you who is an independent, self-made person and very strong and prosperous and abundant. I do feel this is a person. This could also be a part of your chart. This could be the strength. This could be the good planner that's enabled you to push into this, through this Ten of Wands and into this new phase. And the thing that's been causing you the anxiety, some conflict. The conflict, again, is in the past. Now, what the source of that conflict might have been may become apparent. I am not sure, but well, maybe so. We'll see, because we go back a little bit further. And we see some of those cards that we saw before. We're going all the way back here. I think that at some point you felt the Four of Wands. You felt at home with a team of people, or with a group of people, within a family situation. You had stability. At some point just after that, conflicts started coming in, and that's related to the Five of Swords. So we see that. And here we have a Knight of Wands. This is Sagittarius energy, I think. It feels like Sagittarius. So the Knight of Wands is very inspired, very fast-moving. A lot of heat and a lot of light there, and a lot of passion. And then we have the Emperor. And the Emperor is Aries energy, and the Emperor is incredibly strong, insightful, intuitive, and really has all of the aspects of all of the kings in the deck. So if this is part of your energy as well, this is stuff that you could have been pulling together. And that is kind of the feeling I get there. There may be a lot of fire in your chart, Gemini, and things got very busy because this is concentrated action towards a specific point. And I think that is how you got to this Ten of Wands. And things were not necessarily, because we do see that five of Wands back there. We know that there's been a lot of fire energy. There could be someone around you who is also a fire sign, an Aries for sure, and this energy has been around you. So this is either challenging energy or part of your chart and part of your strengths. But whatever happened, there was a lot of creative fire and passion and much going on, much being produced. However, at some point not too long ago, this Death and Rebirth card came up. This is what started this. It can be, the Death card can be a Scorpio. There could be a Scorpio around you. That might be someone you know, but then again, it could simply have been that the cycle was ending, and this Death and Rebirth card was showing that. Something upset things a bit. So this was an interruption. And it could have been related to family. This could actually have been, because of the situation that we find ourselves in for the past couple of years, in this instance, this could have been an actual loss of someone around you. And that is what I really kind of feel, that there was a loss or sadness around you that knocked you sideways. And really it got you thinking about the past, because the Six of Cups is the card of nostalgia and thinking about the past. And it can also bring up deep emotions. And if there is a situation like this, even if it's just a rebirth, it can bring those emotions to the surface, because what is happening is we're cycling through our lives. We are working on the things that we need to perfect, or not perfect. I say perfect, but that is probably, that might be part of this Scorpio energy that's calling here. But because there can be, if there is a Scorpio, sometimes they can be very critical and cold about certain things, and one of those is perfectionism. And so that's kind of bleeding into what is happening here. You were thinking back that something happened and you were processing that emotion, because it was deep emotion. And I think that's really, with the Five of Wands and the Five of Swords and Nine of Swords here, I think that might be what was going on. However, you were feeling pretty stable, and the Ten of Pentacles is the happy home, happy life, stability, and abundance. And around you also was the King of Cups, and this energy can be a Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer around you. and it could also be part of your chart. This feels like another individual to me. So let's see, how can I put this together? I need to look a little bit more into what is in the future. So I think that, again, this is another complicated situation where a lot of things were happening. Things were going on, you were busy, and suddenly you're pushed into a spot where you are experiencing a great deal of change and manifesting something emotional. So now we have you reaching acclaim, and this is passion. This is passion. This is the fire of creativity and activity. And the Page of Wands is this irrepressible energy. Lots and lots of innovative ideas, creative ideas, and much activity. So what else? And yeah, we are at the point where you have something new that you are working on, and you have enough to skip right up to the Eight of Pentacles and to be able to take what you know into this new thing that you're doing. And what you're going to be doing in the future here is you're going to be taking these things and pushing that creativity and that fire and that energy into it. And it's also going to be reflecting what you have learned about yourself. And this may give you, and this is where this card sometimes comes up as a possibly negative card, but this will give you more choices. The possibilities here, you will need to be making a choice. And let's see what we have. Yeah, because this is where this is kind of reversed. So one could say you need to do this before you do this, and before you do this, because what you are going to find is these two sevens together. This is a time of making choices. This is a time of having a lot of choices. You haven't maybe set on what it is that you want to do yet. That is exactly what this is telling me, because here we have all this energy, all these ideas, and this, you're ready to start perfecting things, working on something. But you have two things that you need to do. You need to make a choice. What thing is it that you're going to decide that you want to do when you grow up is one. And the next one is, what can you do with that information that will make sure that what you are moving forward with as your calling is done in a way that makes sense and doesn't make you feel all stressed out. Because sometimes Gemini energy is so intense that you want to focus on doing something without thinking about how you're going to get there. And that's where your Nine of Pentacles, this Capricorn energy, if this is someone around you or if this is part of your chart, you can build on this. You can do this better if you have that Capricorn energy, because there is a need to be able to see a real plan, and you're going to get your wish. You will find your calling, and you will find what you desire. So here are a few things that you need to know from your past. These are people, King of Cups, that might be able to help you. Nine of Pentacles. So look for people who are water signs or have great emotional maturity or are self-made individuals. Look for that. This is really your goal, is your stability. And I think that will help you. What is it that you are going to be doing that will give you that stability? And you know that you have worked out you have worked out or are in progress of working out those things from your past. And these energies here, the Scorpio can be also, Scorpio, the death of and rebirth. This is a card that really talks about manifesting a new reality as well. So that's all part of the Magician. And I think of this card as a combination between the Magician and the High Priestess, because the 1 and 3, and that's going within and seeing the unseen, seeing the hidden, and then manifesting from that something new. So this is really actually a good card to see. And the other thing that I would like to do is pull one more card for you, and that will be things are getting better. The 6 of Swords. Now, you need this because I know that we saw the 8 of Swords in the splits. But you are moving towards healing. And I think that just tells me that you're a little apprehensive because of this. You're not feeling so much this as you're feeling a little bit more of this. But that's okay. You are going to be okay, and you definitely have the creative energy and the power behind you to do it. So I will leave it there. It looks like you are well on your way. And thank you very much. If you enjoyed this reading, please click like. If you come here often, please subscribe. And if you have any comments, please comment below.